Are you struggling to come up with a research topic for your class? Maybe you have a few general ideas, but you have no idea where to start with your thesis. Are you tempted to steal another classmate's work to get the grade that you want? Introducing Academic Integrity and Scholarly Conversation.
Academic research involves reading others' work or research on a topic and then adding your thoughts and analysis in your own paper. You may turn that paper into your professor, share it with classmates, or even submit it for publication. Because of this, we often think of academic research as scholarly conversation. In regular conversation, we listen to others and then share our thoughts. You may also reference or refer to your friend's thoughts or maybe another person's thoughts. This is what we do in scholarly conversation as well. This is also why we cite sources. Citing sources allows your readers to also read articles that you read for your research and allows you to do the same for articles you've read. We can go backward in the conversation. We use a standard citation style like APA or MLA to make it easier for readers to find the articles because they know the title, authors, and publication information based on where it is in the citation. It also allows readers to focus on the article's content rather than the citations in the formatting of the paper. APA citation style is used in psychology, education, and nursing, as well as other social and human sciences. APA citation style uses an author date style of in-text citation because publication date is often important in these fields. For example, in nursing, you most likely want current information, so it's helpful to have the publication date within the body of the text. A page number is used for direct quotes so the reader can find the quote quickly and see it in context. In a reference list, APA citation style uses first initials rather than the full first name. They do this to help reduce bias. If you don't know the author's first name, it's harder to guess their gender. However, we should keep in mind that last names can also give some indication of ethnicity, which can lead to bias as well. APA citation style isn't limited to the citations themselves, but also gives guidelines on how to format your paper and write in a concise manner. Again, this helps make it easier for the reader to focus on the content of the paper. Participate in the conversation well by giving credit and not plagiarizing. Please also be aware of Union's policy on plagiarism, which is found in the Campus Life Handbook. Union defines plagiarism as failure to provide correct documentation for material gleaned from any outside source, such as the internet or any published or unpublished work. Acts of plagiarism are considered cheating and face disciplinary action. So, we invite you to participate in the academic conversation well by giving credit and not plagiarizing. Now let's take a quick look at the nitty-gritty details of APA citation style. First of all, you'll want to use the APA publication manual. That's where the information is that you'll need for citing your sources. But we also have created an APA-style research guide to give you a brief overview. It's not a substitute for the manual, but it gives you a lot of information. First, we have to format our paper. You're going to want to use 1-inch margins all the way around. There should be a page number in the top right-hand corner, and we double space the text. You can use standard fonts like Times New Roman 12, Arial 11, or Calibri 11. You're also going to want to use headings. If your professor gives you specific directions for formatting your paper, you also want to use those. Now, for our in-text citations, there's two choices. You have a parenthetical citation, which is in parentheses, or a narrative citation, which is in the narrative or the body of the text. For a parenthetical citation, you're going to use parentheses at the end of a quote to include the author's last name, the date, and the page number if it's a direct quote. For your narrative citation, you're going to put the author's name in the body of the sentence with the date in parentheses right after that. And then if it's a direct quote, you're going to put the page number in parentheses at the end of the quote. You'll see some examples on the screen. For our reference list, this is where we put all of the references that we've used. You're going to label the top of your page with the word references if you have multiple, or reference if there's only one. You'll keep numbering the pages in order like you've been doing the whole time. You're going to want to use something called a hanging indent, which means the first line is flush with the left-hand side and the next line is indented in. You also want to keep your double spacing. For an article, you'll include the author's last name, first initial, publication date, title of the article, title of the journal, volume number, issue number, page numbers, and the DOI. Make sure you have all those when you're doing your research in the databases. For a book, include the author's last name, their first initial, the publication date, the title of the book, and the publisher. This is also why you needed to copy the title page of a book. If you use the citation function within a database, please double check their work. You want to make sure you know what you're turning in and not have any mistakes. If you need help with citations, especially APA citation style or formatting your paper, please schedule a research coach appointment and we'd be happy to help you.